Hello, we are Group 8 of Idea Presentation and Sales class, where today we are going to be presenting our half semester project titled Analysis of Selling and Sales Management Implementation in PT MDM. First of all, I would like to introduce our team, myself, Azmi, and I'm accompanied by my mates. There's Imanuella and also Nugraha. First of all, I would like to go into the company profile and explain what PT MDM is itself. PT MDM is a subsidiary of PT TLKM, established in 2013 under the TLKM Holding Group. It operates in the digital advertising sector, focusing on delivering creative and effective brand communication solutions. Its purpose is to empower the digital creative communication industry for the nation, while the vision is to become the preferred provider of digital creative services and media communication in Indonesia. Mission itself, they want to provide a total solution for digital creative services and media communication, become a digital creative services and media communication company that's empowered by the synergy of TLKM Group and provides added value to all stakeholders. They have three main products. First of all, the media and content creative, which offers or creates creative concept, media placement, and content production to help brands deliver impactful communication through various digital channels. There's integrated digital media, which covers digital advertising, messaging platforms, data-driven marketing solutions, etc., which expands brands' reach and improve campaign performance, and also a minor product, which is digital printing. MDM offers secure and high-quality printing like for smart cards, vouchers, and other promotional materials.
All right, I'll start by explaining the sales structure at MDM. MDM organizes its sales team based on customer segmentation rather than by territory or product. The sales organization is divided into three main segments, which is government and BUMN, TLKM group, and the private sector. Each segment is led by a lead account and supported by the dedicated field sales team. All sales personnel function as a field sales, meaning direct client interaction and on-site visits are central to the sales process. To support the core sales teams over there, you can see MDM is also backed by internal units such as sales support and account analysts, the digital touchpoint department for private sector campaigns, and sales product and bidding management teams. These units assist with proposal preparation, campaign execution, pricing, and compliance. These structures allow MDM to maintain specialization for each client segment while ensuring strong coordination across internal team. We have the methodology. For this research, we applied a qualitative interview-based methodology. The data was collected through a semi-structured interview with a representative from MDM. The interview focused on understanding how sales activities are implemented in practice rather than only reviewing documents or numerical data. Key discussions area included sales segmentation, recruitment and competition requirements, sales approaches such as relationship selling and solution selling, KPI settings and performance evaluation, the use of sales application, and how MDM adapts to changes in advertising industry. This method was chosen because it provides in-depth and practical insights into MDM's sale operation directly from management's perspective. We have sales environment. Internally, MDM operates in a relationship-driven sales environment. Field sales are the core activity, supported by a segmentation-based structure that enables salespeople to focus on specific client types. Sales performance is monitored using multiple KPIs, including revenue, gross profit, collected revenue, LP, and OKR. Daily and weekly activities are tracked using internal tools such as timesheets, shared drives with photo documentations required to validate field visits. Managerial support is strong, with regular briefings, continuous coaching for underperformance, and technical assistance from bidding and product teams when preparing proposals or tenders. Externally, the sales environment places a strong emphasis on relationship building. Salespeople are expected to maintain regular communications with clients even when no active projects are ongoing to build trust and long-term loyalty. Sales approaches vary across segments. Government and BUMN clients require formal and compliant processes. The LKM group's clients depends on internal synergy and future order planning, while private sector's clients focus more on flexibility and return on investments. MDN also has adapted to industry changes by shifting from traditional print media to digital advertising and digital out-of-home solutions in line with global trends. Next slide, we have sales perspective. From a sales perspective, MDM applies a relationship-centered and segmented selling approach. The sales organization is divided into, of course, like I said before, government, BUMN, healthcare, group, and private sector segments. All these sales firms operates as field sales, as stated before, meaning clients are managed by messaging client relationship management department, which function as key account management. Sales activities emphasize selling, including small talk, consistent engagement, chat-based follow-ups, and maintaining communications even without active projects. This indirect selling approach helps keep MDM top of the mind for clients. Revenue targets are set through a top-down planning process aligned with corporate planning and TLKM group strategies. KPIs extended beyond revenue to include proposal activities, relationship qualities, responsiveness, and follow-up consistency. The separation between client acquisition by field sales and client retention by KAM improves efficiency, while close coordination between sales, product, bidding, and performance teams allow MDM to respond quickly to client needs and market changes. Overall, MDM sales perspective reflects a balance between structure management, relation-based selling, and adaptability to industry trends.
Okay, now we're moving on to the sales technique of PT MDM itself. From the sales responsibilities, we can see the process that the sales team goes through. First of all, there's prospecting, to needs identification, to sales preparation, presentation, negotiation, and then closing, as well as after sales. In the prospecting stage, they use platforms like email, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, even cold calls to find leads by noticing business stickers or banners in daily life. They save the number and contact the business directly. And then after finding those prospect clients, they identify their needs by asking what problems or tasks they need solving. They could request a brief and explore the pain points to ensure the solution aligns with their real goals. After they identify the problems, they prepare the sales process itself, which is researching the client and confirming the details before approaching them to make sure it truly is aligned. And they adapt their style to the organization itself and use proposal decks prepared with internal support. Then they present the proposal itself to the client based on the brief, which includes explaining how messaging or digital out of home advertising supports their objectives. After that, they negotiate. It helps with balancing expectations by adding value when price changes are limited. For example, a real example is that they offer bonus features when to seal the deal. And then in the closing, they guide by giving buying signals such as asking about pricing. And then after the deal is sealed, they also continue the selling process by keeping relationships well connected. They also apply techniques such as relationship selling, similar to what I mentioned. This technique is used to maintain communication even when there's no active project to keep the connection warm. And then it builds rapport through the personal gestures. It offers help beyond just business matters, and it focuses on keeping the relationship friendly and remembered over time. The reason why uh, MDM, Pet MDM itself apply this is because it's a very important aspect of their technique because when they can keep relations well with their clients, regardless it's in an active project or not, they could possibly get future projects together again, if not lead to other possible opportunities. Next, they also apply direct marketing, which is using platforms again, like I mentioned, WhatsApp, email, SMS, LinkedIn, etc. for direct outreach. They use messaging products um, like SMS. They use targeting tools like EpicX, which segment audiences by different demographics, and they provide a self-service platform as well. Besides that, they also apply solution selling, which is similar to what I mentioned earlier in their process, where they begin first to discuss with the client and ask what problems need to be solved. And then they request a clear brief. They work with the business solutions team to prepare a presentation. And then they also strengthen the offer as well by adding extra value. Okay. Another technique they apply is key account management. Now, they have a specific role in their sales team. There's farming, which handles repeat clients, and there's also harvesting, which is acquiring new clients. With big or repeat clients, They are handled by the messaging client relationship management team. They adjust their approach depending on client type, such as the different expectations between the different sectors. They maintain ongoing context so key clients remain familiar. The reason why this is so important is because when there are high value clients, MDM really make sure that they keep good contact and they have good CRM or client relationship management so they can have more opportunities along the line with them. Another technique they apply is the use of internet and IT applications, especially after PT MDM turned into more of a digital first business. They now use, again, like email, LinkedIn, WhatsApp. They utilize the HQ marketplace, as I mentioned. They also utilize customer service with a chatbot in some of their uh, websites. They coordinate internally through WhatsApp groups, specifically for the sales team. And while they don't use a centralized CRM system yet that's well established, it's still well maintained by the salesperson themselves. Overall, this sales technique of MDM already reflects a good uh, sales team approach.
So let's dive into how they manage this team. Personally, MDM strategy revolves around three pillars, which is targeting, which is motivation, development, and evaluation. First, for the target setting, motivation, and recognition, they use a carrot stick approach, but with a heavy emphasis on rewards. Sales reps are driven by three annual bonuses and public recognition such as Staff of the Month awards. Second is the team structure and development. They don't just hire and hope for the best, they identify coaching needs based on two factors, behaviors and performance. If a rep is struggling, management looks at why is it a skill gap or a mindset issue. And finally is the performance evaluation and compensation. Firstly, compensation isn't just about base salary, and it's heavily tied to the KPIs and like revenue and gross profit. However, a unique requirement here is collected revenue. In MDM, if a sale isn't truly finished until the money is in the bank. Next is control. How does MDM ensure their field sales team is actually doing the work? Uh, the answer is rigorous tracking, or we call performance tracking. They use mandatory daily and weekly meetings, but they also use technology such as timesheet to absences, G Drive, and OneDrive to validate their client visits. Uh, to manage their forecasting system, they use a list of projects or LOP system. They actually set LOP target at 125% to 130% of the actual goal. Why? Because they know some deals will inevitably fall through. By overfilling the pipeline, they ensure they always hit the final revenue numbers, and if a worker shows sign of underperformance, they quickly uh, move quickly to coaching, and if that fails, they aren't afraid to make the hard decision to cut them off of the project team. The Lastly, there's sales motivation, mobilization, and multiplication of MDM company, in which motivation is built the leader style. Managers work to build trust and an image of a professional worker culture based on the akhlak and visa principles. Mobilizations happen through high frequency communications. Briefings are used to discuss what was done yesterday and what the plan is for today. Lastly is multiplication. They sometimes use informal coffee sessions and perhaps something called arisan to share their knowledge, and it's a brilliant way to turn one person's success into a template for the whole team. Next, we have our findings. And through our interview and research, we have identified a few critical findings. On the positive side, MDM has a very strong relationship selling model and a highly disciplined monitoring system. However, we found one core challenge, which is inconsistency in tablet reporting. Even with all these tools, some sales reps struggle with the administrative side of reporting and on following up on collections. In a high volume digital business, if the data is in the system is inconsistent, it creates a blind spot for management. Next, we have the recommendations and the conclusions. So, what is the path forward? We have four targeted recommendations. And first of all, we have formalized performance coaching to move from one informal one-on-ones, structured behavior-based one-on-ones that is very informal and not structured to a much more structured behavior based programs. Then we have operational discipline training to create a specific SOPs to fix the tablet reporting issues. Third, we have the structural knowledge multiplication. Turn those informal sessions into a formal buddy system in which where top performance mentors new hires. Lastly, we have expand non-financial rewards systematically to the use of emotional or non-financial rewards beyond staff of the month to enhance long-term commitment and loyalty across the team.
And that concludes our presentation of analysis of selling and sales management implementation in PT MDM from Group 8. Thank you very much.